my man.
How you guys doing, man?
Dude, I was surprised about what happened, but it just didn't look like Berchelt was him. I hate to say it, but it doesn't look like there's much left.
Nah, he's definitely was a shell of himself. In the fighter meeting, I knew something wasn't right, especially when I asked him and his trainer. I said, "What was the test during the training camp?" Because I've been in a situation similar to his, and I had the fight of the year with Nuzan Pavanikov. Took a lot of punishment in that fight, some big shots, and I knew mentally I wasn't the same. I was unsure of myself if I could take a punch. Taking that many shots during the course of a fight. So what my trainer did, Joel Diaz at the time, put me in the ring first day in the gym against Lucas Matisse, big puncher. And he's like, you're either gonna sink or you're gonna swim. And depending on how you look today, we're gonna take the Marquez fight or not, depending on how you look today. If you look gun shy, whatever it is, can't take a punch, whatever, then we're not gonna take the fight because I care about your health. All right, so I got in the ring, held my own, wasn't spooked at all. I fought the best I possibly could. I was out of shape, but Matisse, he did his thing. But after that, we said, "Oh, we ready," because I was in there with a big puncher, and he wanted to see how I react to it. You don't want to wait till you get here to see how your fighter react. You got to test them in the gym. We always hear fights are won in the gym. That's true. They all won inside the gym and how you prepare for things. He should have got tested before he got in there because I saw a guy that was gun shy inside the ring. I saw a guy a little bit confused as far as, how to be, because a little bit of his nature was probably taken away because he was trying to be a little bit more economical and more defensive with his approach because he didn't want to get hit. So, but it is what it is, and I said during the telecast or during the broadcast, I said, man, mentally it affects you, and not only mentally but physically. When he got hit with that jab and he went down on, right on the chin, that right there, told me so. His legs never looked great at all. Never looked like he was, his legs was ever stabilized. Yeah, he was always walking on eggshells, and that's Berchelt. That is Berchelt, but when he would end the round and go back to the corner, I was like, oh my gosh, like somebody needs to step up and stop this action because he's taking some big shots. Nakathila is a big puncher, and I also said that if he can get past Nakathila, punching power, that right hand, then he can possibly do something in his division. Obviously, that didn't happen tonight, so I would advise. Only he knows his body, but just based on what I saw tonight, shell of himself now. Oscar Valdez fight probably ended his career, no doubt about it.
Just to move on to another guy from Mexico, with Canelo, what chances does Dimitri Bivol have of beating him?
He has a really good chance of beating Canelo, I think, but it can't be close, and that's the thing. If it's close, Canelo's gonna get the nod. We know Canelo's gonna put the pressure and try to walk down Bivol. Bivol inside game is not that great. It's not great. It's not prolific or in any way, but his footwork on the outside, his movement, his jab, that's one thing that frustrates a counterpuncher. When they're getting hit in the face with that jab, it's like you always got to reset. Okay, whatever you was thinking about doing, bop, dang it, all right, got to go back to the drawing board. And if he can keep his feet moving and not allow Canelo to pressure him and get him on the ropes and do what Canelo does, then I think he has a really good chance of beating him. I've said this in the past. I said if a guy's going to beat him, it's going to be this guy. It's going to be Bivol. It's going to be Bivol. If the guy's going to beat him, it's going to be Bivol.
Why him over David and Beterbiev?
David,
that's what everybody else is.
See, the thing is that David, I believe, is a tough fight. I've also said that too. I've said he's a tough fight, but I would favor Canelo because David is there to be hit. Canelo don't like guys that move, and he has to cut off the ring, and track him down. That could probably be a little bit contradictory there because when he fought against what was his name? Caleb, no, not Caleb
No.
Plant. Caleb
Billy
Plant, I
Joe?
thought that Billy Joe
Billy
Saunders,
Joe.
and he moved around in the whole night. He was able to cut him off. But it's the way you move. It's being set all the time, being set to punch. If you go and you look at Triple G fight, Triple G who will move subtly, move back, you know, to the side, use his jab, and he will counterpunch effectively. You know, when he used his jab, he kept Canelo at bay. He was having success. So it's also how you move, not just running around the ring and trying to get space. No, it's here, subtle movement here, pa pa pa. Oh, subtle movement here, pa pa pa. You know, and making Canelo miss and making him pay because you know those hooks are coming. You know those hooks are coming, man. That's what he specializes in. The left hooks and foot feints and hand feints and high feints he does. And, you know, he uses that high guard trap a lot. You know, a lot. So, I don't know. I think Bivol will be okay being able to figure that out. You know, punch him in between that target.
You think he'll make it the 12 rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it'll be a fight where it's split decision, like really close?
I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know how the fight's going to be. I'm just saying if it is close, then Canelo's going to win the fight. I think that Bivol has to put on a boxing clinic, just literally boxing clinic, and make Canelo miss and make him pay as often as he possibly can. And he has punching power also to hurt Canelo, I believe, too. So, yeah. But it's a lot, man. You can take in so many factors you can take in, man. You can take in the fact that Bivol hasn't been active enough. I mean, you could put that in the bag. Canelo's been actively fighting, the most active champion out there, undisputed champion out there. The fact that he's faced big guys, he's been in the ring with big guys. He's used to the power now. He understands what he can and cannot do. You got to take that into account. And you got to take into account that it's Canelo and how mentally strong he is. You know, go along with that skill. You know, he has a certain aura about him, so you got to take that into account too. So, great fight. I salute Canelo. I'm not gonna lie, Bivol is a bad boy, and if he beats and clearly beats or dominates Bivol, bro, like, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt in my mind because as of right now, Crawford is my #1 guy. But without a doubt, I mean, I don't care how you put him. You put Canelo #1 to understand the accolades, the whole nine. He's been fighting champions, knocking them out the whole nine. Crawford's been knocking out guys too, you know, but not at that level. But then you got to give him respect, bro. This is a big guy that can box, also punch. You know what I mean? And come from that old school style of boxing. You know.
Does he?
Go
Does he
ahead.
go?
He picked him out of all the guys he could have fought. He picked the hardest fight.
I thought he picked the hardest
But are
fight.
you surprised though that he did that when he could have fought?
I was completely surprised. I mean, it just tells you, you know, Canelo's about legacy. The money too, but this dude is about legacy, man. He's chasing legacy. He wants to be, what do you call that?
Mexico's greatest?
Mexico's greatest. Morality. What is it called? Immortality. There
Immortal,
it is.
there you go.
Immortal. Stay in the game. And, you know, when he die out, his name is still, you know, resonate with the fans and just in boxing in general. And he's on the course of that, man, because I think what he's doing is he's going to kill two birds with one stone. He's going to fight Triple G. He's going to fight Triple. So he's going to fight this fight. If he gets through with this fight, then he's going to fight Triple G. So he's going to take care of that. You know, he didn't win and all that stuff by stopping Triple G. You know, and then he'll get a belt at 175, which makes a lot of sense. And then he'll fight the
Smith,
winner of, and another undisputed championship. And if you got a guy that wins 2 undisputed championships back to back,
It's in the bank.
oh my
It's
gosh,
in the bank.
dude!
tell
But do you think he goes through with the Better Be a fight if Better Be a beats Joe?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, because like I told you, it's
You told
more-
me he's straight lines. Better Be a.
He is a straight line, but he's tough. He's tough and he's durable. He can take a punch. I don't know if he can take Canelo's punch, but I know he can take a punch.